and welcome back to my channel, Glow with Candace. So before we get started, I want to take a moment to thank all my new subscribers. Welcome to my channel. I'm so happy you guys are liking my content. I've gotten quite a few subscribers in the last couple weeks, and I'm so happy you guys are enjoying everything and you're wanting to stick around and see more stuff by me. I hope I can keep you guys happy and entertained. I also want to give a shout out to Shut Up, It's Sharon. She found me on YouTube a couple weeks ago, and since then she's been following and liking and commenting, and then she is so sweet. She did a shout out video to like small YouTubers, and she mentioned me in the video and had a lot of great things to say. Thank you so much, you are so sweet. And she also recommended her viewers to come to my channel. So if you're watching me because of Sharon, thank you so much for stopping by. And Sharon, thank you so much, you are so sweet. Sharon has a lot of videos of beauty, makeup, lifestyle, things of that nature. I'll leave the link down below, so if you want to check out her channel, you can. Today, I'm gonna be showing you guys a fall eyeshadow tutorial on how to do this eye look. Sometimes you just need that inspiration, or maybe you just don't know even where to start, or you're just learning how to do eye looks and you want to be able to learn how to do it and how to master that. I know when I was first starting out with eyeshadows, for the longest time, I just only did one color because I didn't know how to play with colors. And then finally, thank God for YouTube, right? I learned how to do my eye looks based on watching a bunch of YouTube videos, like how other people did it, what to do, and then of course just experimenting. So I'm hoping I can help some of you out there, maybe just give you the inspiration that you're looking for, because honestly, sometimes that's all you need. So if you're interested, keep on watching. Today, we're gonna be doing a fall eyeshadow look with the new Too Faced Pumpkin Spice limited edition eyeshadow palette. So I actually have another video that I did an unboxing, a review with swatches and an eye look, and I will leave the link up above here for you guys. So if you're curious and want an in-depth, more information on this palette, you can go take a look. This video is gonna be strictly just an eye tutorial, so I'm just gonna be showing you how to do a look with this palette, and maybe if you have similar colors to different eyeshadow palettes, you can try and mimic this as well. In case you haven't seen the inside of this palette, I'm just gonna show you guys here. It's absolutely gorgeous. And like I said, if you wanna see swatches of all these colors, because I will not be using all of them, just go take a look at my video and then you can see if this is something that you wanna purchase. Now, the first thing I do when applying makeup before I apply anything else is I do my eyeshadow look. And I do this before foundation, so that way if there's any fallout below my eyes, I can easily get rid of it, hide it, and not mess up my foundation and have to go back over and fix things. Just personally, that's what I've experienced. Some eyeshadows do have fallout, and I'm sure some of you can relate. It really doesn't matter whether you do your foundation or your eyeshadow looks first. This is just personally what I like to do. So depending on what you want to do, you may decide you like the other way better. But in this video, I'm just going to be doing my eyeshadow look first. Now, depending on how long I am putting on my eyeshadow for, I will either use an eyeshadow primer or I will just use a concealer. Eyeshadow primer, obviously, more longevity. Concealer, not as long. So depending on what time of day it is, I may or may not just use concealer, or I may use eyeshadow primers. Since it is a little bit later in the day, I'm just gonna use concealer. So the concealer I'm gonna be using today is from Maybelline, and it is the Age Instant Rewind. And this is in the color, what color do I wear? Fair Claire, that's cute. I didn't even know what the heck I wore. I just remember trying to get one of the fairest colors. The awesome part about this concealer is it really helps with dark circles, which is something that I struggle with, and it not only hides them, but it also has benefits in them to help like make your dark circles better. So that's something that I personally really want help with. I know it's really dirty, but that's because I've used a lot. As you can see here, I've used almost half of it, and but it lasts quite a fair amount of time. So what you do is you twist the top, and as you can hear that there, you twist the top, and then this little sponge, you just dab it where you need it. So I'm just gonna apply this above my eyelids. Of course too, you want to be gentle when applying this because your eye is a delicate area and you're not trying to increase wrinkles whatsoever. Now it's very important before you start putting your eyeshadow colors on to set the primer. Otherwise it's gonna be sticky, ticky, tacky, and it's not gonna blend very well. Typically when I do this, I either use a setting powder or I will use the lightest color in the eyeshadow palette just to set it. And depending on, once again, how long I want this to last, will depend on what I put. Obviously my setting powder is for longevity so that way it doesn't melt away. When doing reviews on eyeshadow palettes, I usually use the color in the palette just so that way you guys can see more colors in action. But for a normal day wear, I use setting powder. And the setting powder that I absolutely love is from Too Faced and it's from the Peach collection. It's the Peach Perfect setting powder. I've had this for a couple years now and I still have quite a lot left. Granted, I do not wear makeup every single day, or I should say I do not wear a full skin, head, face, whatever you want to call it, of makeup every single day. So it's probably why it's lasted as long as it has. But for the amount that I use it and for as much as I gravitate towards this, it's lasted quite a while. So as you can see, I am starting to get low, but I love this stuff. This is my go-to for my face, and I love setting my eye primer or my concealer with it as well. So I'm just gonna do that real quick. So to set this, I'm actually gonna be using a kabuki brush, which you guys are, I don't even know if I pronounced that right. And let me tell you, I mispronounce things all the time. So if I did, I apologize. You can laugh with me if you want. But I'm gonna be using a kabuki brush, and you guys are probably like, oh, that's huge for the eye. But it's just what I like to do, so that way I don't take a whole lot of time and I can just press it all around. And the kabuki brush that I'm gonna use is from Real Techniques. I bought this brush like ages ago. It's a little dirty, I apologize. But I bought this brush years ago, and it was like a special edition, obviously, because it's like pink glitter, and so it's no longer available. I'm sorry, but mostly I use this to set my face with, or a powder brush, and so but I also use to set my eyes just because I get a lot of product and I can just like put it all around my eye and make sure I get everything. You can use a blending brush when doing this, but personally I just like a bigger brush so I can like pat it in and really make sure it sets that, so that way I have a nice canvas for my eyeshadow look. So the first color I'm gonna go in with is like this light mauvey purple, and it's called Love You a Latte. And we're gonna go in with that color first, and I'm just gonna spread it kind of all around the eye there. Now I'm gonna be using some brushes from BH Cosmetics from the Brunch Brush collection. I'll leave the link up above here if you're interested in seeing those brushes and if you're curious about price and where to get them. So I'm gonna be using a blending brush to start off. Now these are stained and I apologize, but they are clean brushes, so please do not feel like I'm gonna be putting other pigments on there. I clean my brushes. Oh gosh, I have a way that I clean in between putting different colors on, but then they do get stained. So I actually like fully clean my brushes probably once a month. I have a really cool tool that has quick color removal, so it takes away all the pigmentation, but of course it is just stained afterwards. So fear me not, it is, I promise, clean enough and will not have other pigmentation coming off. So I know I said I was gonna go all over the eye, but I'm actually mostly going to be going into the crease and also kind of like a little bit on the eyelid on the side here. Also, just a note, you really wanna make sure you go into the crease first and then slowly blend it out. So that way you're not going in with a super pigmented area, and you wanna go to like the corner there so you can really blend it out and blend it into the eyelid and also up above. You're noticing how it is a little bit darker on one side more than the other, just kind of buff it out a little bit with that blending brush, and then if it still looks a little uneven, add a little bit more to the other side. Also, another reason why I like to do my eye look first is if you get a little bit too much pigmentation on the outsides of the eyes, kind of near the eyebrow bones, yeah, whatever, these little bones here, right here. I pointed to my eyebrows first. So when doing that, you can always go back through and put a little bit concealer or foundation in areas that you feel like, well, I maybe goofed up a little bit there. So that is why it's also really good to do this first. So if you do goof up a little bit, you can easily fix it when you go to do your concealer and foundation. I just gotta say, I really love this mauve-y purple. It's just really pretty, and it definitely speaks fall and winter. The next color I'm gonna go in with is Cocoa Drizzle, and it's kind of like this brown color here. And I'm gonna go in with this smaller blending brush. Like I said, this is just stain. There is no actual eyeshadow color on there whatsoever. It has been cleaned. Now, Cocoa Drizzle is super pigmented, so I'm really gonna need to be careful when I go in with this color. And I'm gonna go lightly into the corner of my eye. So I really want to pop a color with this look, but also keep with the purple tones. So I'm also gonna go in with You Spicy, which is this beautiful, like, I don't know, it's a purpley, it's not bright, it's kind of like a warm purple color. So I'm gonna go in with that, and I'm just gonna use a flat end brush to do this, kind of pat it on the outside part of my eyelid and into the center part as well. And this color is also super pigmented, so I'm gonna need to be very careful as well. Blend this in together a little bit, so I'm gonna go back in with this blending brush that I have cleaned off, but once again it's stained, so I apologize. And I'm gonna go in with this bigger blending brush. And I'm just doing this to blend the colors in together so it looks like it just kind of ombres into that. So the next color I'm gonna go in with is PSL and Chill. How adorable is that name? Oh my gosh. So it's a sparkly, a little bit darker purple. And I'm just gonna go in and put it in a little bit as a topper on top of that purple, but not too heavily. And I'm gonna go in with this flat end brush here. Sometimes when applying these shimmers, it's best to do it with your fingertips, and I will show you guys a little bit later how I'm gonna do that, but I only wanted a little bit for right now. I also want to go back in with You Spicy because I feel like it's gotten lost a little bit after I blended it and added the sparkle. So I'm gonna add that back in a little bit more. And I had just cleaned off this flat end brush, and I'm gonna use it again and use it with You Spicy, that purple color. Then I'm just gonna blend this a little bit more in the crease area with the smaller blending brush. I'm using the smaller blending brush because I don't wanna lose all that color there, and that way it's more defined in the area that I'm blending, which is right along the crease. I'm gonna show you guys with my fingertip. I'm going back in for PSL and Chill. I'm gonna use my finger and show you guys how much more pigmentation can sometimes come off by just using your finger and having just a light touch. For the corners of my eyes, the inner part, I'm gonna go in with a lighter purple color with a little bit of shimmer. And this is called You Want a Piece of Me, which is this color right here. The brush I'm gonna be using is just this tiny little guy here. So I have applied all the colors that I'm wanting to use, and now I'm just gonna blend just a little bit more to kind of finish the look. I'm gonna go in with this bigger blending brush, and I'm just gonna blend out just a little bit more around my eyebrow bone. Awesome thing that I love about the look that I'm doing right now is it's gonna have a little bit of an ombre effect with the purples. So that's kind of cool. And you know, I do see a little bit of color that I'm gonna need to fix, but will be easy with concealer. And that again is why I like to do my eye look first, so I don't have to be absolutely perfect when applying my eyeshadow look. All right, so I'm gonna apply the rest of my makeup off camera, and I will show you guys the final look of this eyeshadow look. Candace, I hope you enjoyed this fall eyeshadow tutorial look. If you like what you saw, please hit the like button down below. And if you're new here and want to see future videos like this and more by me, hit the subscribe button. I'd love to see you back on my channel. But until next time, bye!